Grand Risings, everyone. How are you today? How are you feeling? Charles, come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Inside. Good morning, everyone. I'm sorry. My apologies. I am trying to start my live, and of course, I thought it would be great to do outside since I'm out here smoking. But of course, these dogs don't listen. So, I decided this morning to wake up and continue on my continue on my live. I'm sorry. Because I have to remember to do it all, keep telling my story, because the journey is important. But again, without the details, things can be misunderstood. In fact, hence plugging my own Facebook group, is perceptions on Facebook. And from my perception of things, there's a lot to be discussed. So, I'm up this morning and I'm feeling refreshed, and I feel pretty good. I'm sore. I'm still tender, y'all. Like when I tell you I don't overdid it, I really overdid it the other day, and I know I overdid it the other day, which is why I'm gonna be inside probably all weekend. And so while I sit inside, I find myself thinking about what it is that I could or should be doing. We have a lot of ideas and thoughts and whatever, and we don't generally always act on them. However, when I feel inspired, I feel inspired. When I feel happy, I feel happy. Going back to the last live I believe I had, I said I discussed my daughter and bringing up those small moments. Now, the small moments gig is for sure, it's a big thing. The small moments thing is probably the biggest lesson. One of the biggest lessons. There's a lot of big lessons, y'all. There's lots of lessons. But enjoying the small moments is, in fact, one of the largest lessons. And so I am saying that, and I am thinking about my journey and my breast cancer, and it made me actually wonder and feel the need to wonder if other cancer survivors find themselves after it all, and after chemo and everything, I wonder how your mind works after that reset. Because the thing that I've learned through this journey is that that chemo strip you to the bare bottom. And I do mean the bare bottom. And it's not necessarily painful. I mean, again, everybody's stuff is different. There is discomfort. There is discomfort with all things, realistically. But it just strips you. It takes every piece of what you have, and it strips it to the basic, the full reset. And so from that, I find myself just wondering what other survivors feel, for themselves. What is your perspective on this? What is your perception? Excuse me, jumping ahead. So I am just wondering, because that is where I sit from today, thinking, you know, because there's just always a lot going on, and my brain is always in full, you know, whatever. Anyway, so back to the journey. So because I don't recall the live that I did, I feel like I have to start all over again, because I am learning and I do not know how to work this damn social media. I don't think I saved my live. I'm learning. Hopefully I will get it right this time. So that being said, I was diagnosed with triple negative invasive ductal carcinoma back in February of 2024. And the whirlwind of life that cancer does to you is real. Your mind does go into a full fight or flight position or stance. I was in full flight because all my life I had to fight. You heard me? Now I know. That is real. I was so tired and broken and done. You just are given so much crap in life. You're just it piles on, and we take it, and we complain about it, and we take it, and we complain about it, and we continue to take it. Again, not being as mindful as we should be about the role we play in it. So of course, my struggles are my struggles, and they were caused by me. They were caused by my actions or inactions, whichever they may be. And I know that, and I recognize that, and I can recognize that now, not in the moment, not during the time, not throughout the years, not, and you do know it. You know it deep down in your soul. You know it, but you don't necessarily know it like in the moment. What you think you know is not necessarily what you are giving. It is not necessarily the perception of everyone else. So I was in full flight mode. I was done. I was tired. I couldn't take not one more thing. Like, please don't put it on me. Mind you, I had just moved in February. I moved from Cedar Creek Apartments in February 1st of 2024. I moved from Cedar Creek Apartments to Founders Way Apartments because of the inaction of Ithaca Neighborhood Housing Services. I have complaints. I had complained. There are complaints, okay, somewhere. Many complaints. Not even that many, because honestly, let's be honest, we as residents take a lot of crap. We as people take a lot of crap, and we become used to it. It becomes the norm. That is the problem, because these things are not meant to be the norm. Yes, baby. They're not meant to be the norm, y'all. This is not to each their own, okay? I am so sorry, because why is my face, like, Lord help me. I need some, anyway. Okay, so, the inaction of INHS from Cedar Creek. Again, if you check out my page on Facebook, still trying to figure out how to link all these things, so please be patient with me. I did a walkthrough the other day on that group page with Jada, just in the laundry room, and I probably should have kept going and kept having that conversation on camera, and again, I was still evolving there, so I didn't get it right, but I will be back up to Cedar Creek to I will be back up to Cedar Creek to do another round at least or two of that. So that being said, though, there are issues. There are issues in every housing complex. There are issues in every apartment complex, multi-housing complex. Everyone has issues. Let's be honest. Like, no one's shit is sweet, okay? No one. I don't care. I don't care who you are. It's not. It's not. It's still shit. Think about that. So, I complained a lot. The walls are thin. That is, to me, one of the largest issues in housing, in the housing that I've been in so far, is the walls are thin. They're too they're too thin. I do not want to know what my neighbor is doing. My neighbors, I promise you, don't want to know what I am doing, okay? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for our walls to be connected and like we're living in each other's space. And that doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good to me. And it's not something I know about. I've been lucky, I guess, and I've been lucky enough, I guess, to have been blessed over time, over these many years, to not live in those type of apartments. I've actually probably been in more of a singular residence, my whole life, for the most part. You know what I mean? Like, God, y'all know where I live. Those of you that know, my space has always been a detached space, not connected to anyone else, so I don't have to worry about who can hear me yelling. Huh? Zero. Give me a piece of paper and a pencil and I'll write it down for you. I'm sorry. The children are waking. So anyway, Lord, I lost my place. Anyway, thin walls, right. So that was one of my main complaints, okay? I have I had a neighbor. I lived in the basement apartment. I had a neighbor who lived above me. I had a neighbor who lived across from me, okay? And those were the two neighbors that I could hear continuously during my time at that space. Evie, you're doing... Okay, never mind. I'll just come in and turn it on for you. I'll unlock it for you. Can you get that pizza off the table, please? Because I don't know why that would still be there.
Daddy, mommy, help.
She's going to have to wait. Anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. Shh, baby, it's unlocked. And Sahana needs help. I don't know. And so, I had complained a lot. The lady above me had, I think, 5 kids, y'all. At the time, I didn't know it was a 3-bedroom. I thought it was a 2-bedroom. I was in a 2-bedroom. The one across from me was a 2-bedroom. But she was in a 3-bedroom. Didn't know, though. Doesn't matter. Okay? Because she had about 5 kids, plus herself, plus her significant other. That's 7 people in a 3-bedroom apartment. Which, the math, okay, yeah, sure, I guess. But these apartments aren't that big, y'all. I don't know what the square footage is on any of these apartments. Because really funny, lately I found myself asking these questions. Like, do you know what the size of this room is? Do you know what the size of this space is? Because I don't know if it's just me, but do y'all feel like these apartments are getting smaller? Like, they keep building this new construction, right? But the rooms are getting smaller, right? Like, not smaller, but like bare minimum rooms. You don't come across new construction. And again, my personal perception of this, okay, is from a low income standpoint, especially new construction. These rooms aren't big. These rooms are not designed to build up the community. They are built with one design in mind, and that is to make money. That is to make money on our backs. That is to make money off of our backs. Whether you are, no matter your race, no matter your gender, no matter your social status, no matter what, disabled, it doesn't matter, okay? The purpose of real estate, the purpose of affordable housing, the purpose of all of these multi-unit luxury apartments. Oh, that's a good one. Luxury apartments. We will get there. The purpose of all of these things, though, they are designed to make money. They are designed to appeal to you. They are designed to draw you in by their prettiness, okay? Because at the end of the day, they pretty, right? Cedar Creek was a lot. I had left my husband back in 2022. No, maybe it was the end of 2021. And I went to a women's shelter. I gotta be honest about who I am, okay? Because trying to beat around the bush is not gonna work for me. I am not a beat around the bush type of gal. Respectfully for everyone, for all parties involved from here on out, respectfully. I am working on the healing section, okay, of my story. And hopefully as I tell it, I will be able to tell it as I saw it, as I see it, as through my eyes. And that's all I can do, is tell it through my eyes. It's not for everyone. It's not going to be pretty for everyone. It's none of those things. It can't be, because it's not how it was perceived or received through my eyes. So I've been in a long relationship. I've been married for, God, when did I get married? 2007. I stayed a long time. I put up with a lot of things. I got a lot of, you better than me. Yeah, I know. Respectfully, I know that. Again, that's a life lesson thing. Things have been sent to me slowly. My life lessons are just slowly like unfolding, and I'm really just really receiving them and acknowledging them now. But so I left. I went to the advocacy center. I don't just want to say the shelter. I went to the advocacy center because there is the regular shelter, the homeless shelter or whatever. And I don't want to call it the women's advocacy center because, again, advocacy center. Let's be clear about that. Men and women can go. Men are persons of domestic violence. Act like you know. Don't, please, keep it real. So I went there, and again, not for physical abuse. not for a physical abuse. So I don't know who needs to hear this morning. There is more than physical abuse, okay? Physical abuse is real. Physical abuse is horrible. All abuse is horrible. All abuse is horrible. Not an expert, not gonna claim to be one. But throughout my time in the relationship that I was just in, I have compromised myself over and over and over and over and over again. I've compromised my values. I've compromised my mind. I've compromised my heart. And, not doing those things anymore. But when you are in love, yeah, you do a lot of things that you thought you'd never do. You said you'd never do. You swore you'd never do or won't do again. We have all been there in some way, shape, or form. It doesn't have to be with your spouse or significant other. It could be with your child. It could be with your job. We find ourselves in many, I don't want to say compromising, but it is compromising, because you know what? The term compromising positions is about choosing left or right, choosing right or wrong, choosing light or darkness, okay? You make a choice every day of who you're going to be. You make a conscious decision to be who you're going to be. Now, thinking about who you want to be today, what does that look like? What will that be? Who will that be? Because, yes, baby, okay, yes. Here we go. Please don't shut it off again, okay?
Okay.
There you go. Because we are always so quick to be able to point out somebody else's flaw, somebody else's error, somebody else's bad, but we can't never seem to point it out for ourselves. Ain't that crazy? I feel the need for an example, and sheesh, if I could think of one right this second. It's in everything. It's in literally everything. Your whole day, you find yourself, you may do something. Okay, I'm gonna use the bus situation. I love this road situation, okay? Because at the end of the day, the road has laws, right? Like you yourself have values. The road has laws, okay? So the laws of the road are, you do not pass the double yellow line, correct? That's universally correct. So if we don't cross over the solid yellow line, because that's the design and that is the law. Why everybody always over the yellow solid line? Admit it. You do it. You find yourself doing it often, most of the time. When that bus is in your way, do you wait for it? And I don't mean the school bus for the babies that come and the stop sign got to come out to make you stop, because again, that's the design. Because y'all see that school bus, you see them yellow lights. Yellow lights mean slow. Most of y'all ain't even slowing down. You see a sign, 15. That's the law. That's the value. So if that's the value, why are we doing 30? Why are we zipping through a school zone like it's a regular block? Okay? Why, if the solid yellow line is there, do we still push around and cross over that solid yellow line. Yo, that's what it is. It is, that's the purpose of it. That's its design. So again, we are always compromising our values, our rules, our laws, y'all could change the word to whatever it is you want it to be. Whatever needs to fit your mind. All these words are the same words. They mean the same thing. There is no, that's it. There's no compromise. That's the end of the sentence. The book is closed. Mic drop. This is how I try to explain the end of like there is no, well, sometimes, no. So, in life, we find ourselves compromising constantly in our day-to-day. And I did that a lot in my relationship. Way more than I could ever get into, because I'm not going to, because you see that arrogance, you felt it? Oh, you felt it? I felt it. I will. I can. If you would like, I will. How about that? But I don't want to do it because that feels like it comes from a malicious place. That. So for me, in this space right now, the answer would be no. There are some things that are too sensitive and raw and still working through and processing and accepting. And at the end of the day, that's what it's about. It's about my acceptance. My acceptance for the things that I allowed. And I'm working on that. But also because I'm working on fixing that. And until you fix the wrongs, you can't get to the right, you know? You gotta fix it. So, that being said, I am... I'm sorry, I'm like, restriction, I don't know. Anyway, that being said, though, that's something to think about, something to explore further one day. But, so back to the apartment, and, you know, like I had Jada give a couple of stories, there are a gazillion stories I could tell you, about the things I could hear through these walls, okay? But if you've experienced it, if you are experiencing it, you already know what it is. I don't need to tell you. I don't need to know about the activities that my neighbors want to do in their homes. And I mean that sincerely, in the most respectful manner. Like, it's not for me. It's not meant for me. I don't need to be a part of it. And again, we all are always so concerned about who's in whose business, who's worried about what, who is doing. And we put ourselves in each other's business every day, in one way or another. And be mindful of that. Mindfulness this year, okay? Be mindful of that. Because everyone that looks like they're meant for you is not meant for you. So anyway, apartment, neighbors, you know, I could hear them doing the do. I knew that Friday night was boom, 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 boom night. That's why I used to call it boom, boom night on Fridays. I made it a point not to go to my bedroom until a specific time because I don't need to be a part of this, okay? I feel disrespected by that, okay? I don't need to know. And not only that, because the flip side of that is I have to think about when I do it. So when I do it, that means you could hear me. No, thank you. I don't want none. I want to know that the privacy of my bedroom is the privacy of my bedroom. Okay? That's not the case in these low-income rentals, unfortunately. But so that's an issue. That's one of the main issues. Another issue is safety. Feeling safe and secure in your home. Feeling safe and secure in your home is important. Okay. knowing that, what are you doing? Knowing that you are safe is important. Are you all, excuse me, are you all okay? Giannis, are you okay? Okay. No yelling, please. I'm sorry, I had to come inside to warm up for a moment because I am freezing and I refuse to let these babies be in my mouth. I'm learning to be more mindful of that because I haven't always paid attention to it. And kids are always listening. Always, always, always listening. So I'm trying to at least get through a little chunk of my story, though, just so that I can start getting it done. So I'd like to at least get through Cedar Creek this morning. So the other, right, safety. So the safety issue was that, well, there's a lot of safety issues. For me, a safety issue was I had a neighbor. I had a few neighbors, actually. I had my first neighbor that lived across from me was a young single mother who also suffered from domestic violence issues in her apartment. She had a child that was about my daughter's age, sweet little girl, and she, y'all, I mean, I don't know what on earth, like, I don't know. Again, walls are thin. So, knowing that walls are thin, I gotta tell you that if you are in this type of situation, you need to know, and be mindful that your neighbors can hear. So that means that they are also going through that same trauma. Because that actually is probably part of the reason why I'm so damn jumpy all the time. Because loud noises scare you, right? Like, they scare you. And there are loud noises involved in fall down, knock down, drag out lights. There are sounds. There were days I was awakened in the middle of the night, just to kind of make sure that things was going to be all right. Because, again, I would call the damn police on your ass. I'm trying to go to sleep. I got a child. Like, y'all people kill me. Y'all kill me. Folks kill me with the whole, I'm not calling the police. We don't deal with the police. Well, baby, congrats to you. I do. And I do. And I don't, but I do. Again, I don't want to be involved in your shit. That is not my job. That is not my responsibility. That is not my purpose in life. Okay? Is to endanger myself for your shit. I didn't have no part of that. I'm not a member. I will, however, help you by calling the police so they can work that shit out. Because that's their job. Okay? That's what they get paid for. That is their job. Work smarter, not harder. So, they broke the railing. There was just a lot of things. Climbing, we had a back porch. They were the climbing over the back porch, the climbing through the window. It's just a lot of commotion for no reason. The other large safety concern is drugs. And let's be honest, you see it. You know where it is, in your neighborhood, in your complex, whatever. You know where it is. You see it. And your landlord should see it too. How do they not? How can they not? There are so many times and so many issues that it is so blatant in your face, it doesn't make sense. And yet we continue to act like we don't see it. How? I mean, the playground was littered with garbage and syringes and whatever else. Listen, I could tell you right now, in the space that I'm in right now, I'm looking right now at garbage littered on the property, on my property. Okay, and I don't come out here, y'all. I try to be mindful. I've been trying to be mindful about my little butts, right? I got a little pot over here on the porch. We got a couple pots actually. Try to drop it right there in that pot because that's what I'm have to use for this ashtray right now. But I'm looking at bags and soda cans and garbage and just like what is this? Where did this come from? It's been real windy. It's been a windy year. There is some garbage. And I've been looking at this garbage and thinking about it. But there's always going to be garbage. There's always going to be debris, okay? From your community, from your space. And again, we going to sit here and be like, well, it ain't mine. I ain't going to clean it. But you're going to complain about it. Why not? Be the change you want to see. So, that was the first neighbor. Or no, the safety. Safety. The drugs. Yeah, so we ended up with two significant drug houses up there at Cedar Creek during my time there. And I mean, it was blatant. I lived in the basement apartment, so I did not come up. Like, I literally, and you do it. We all like live in our rooms or live in our apartments. We live in our space. We are not outside actively, not all of us, and not all the time at least. But I found myself inside in the apartment all the time, in the basement. If we were going out, it was probably right there on that back porch. If we could access it, if we had usage to it, if the stuff from my neighbor's balcony wasn't, falling down on me, or because again, trash, debris, food, garbage, feast. Like, what is happening here? It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. And again, it is expected that you take it. You do not have to take this, okay? My closed mouths don't get fed. They don't. If you do not speak up and out, no one is going to hear you. No one is going to know how you feel. No one is going to know that you are suffering. Okay? I'm sorry, y'all. I know I gotta wash my face. No one's gonna know if you don't say something. So you have to speak up. You have to do the complaints. You have to do the work behind it, because nothing will change from there if you don't. So the neighbors, the walls, the drugs. Cedar Creek is also located on the side of a mountain. So again, there are different specific issues that come with that. For example, I had, I'm trying to think of the centipedes. Is it a centipede? Do y'all know how freaking creepy a centipede looks? The next time I go over to Cedar Creek, you will understand, and I will hopefully remember to speak again about these creatures, these bugs. I'm not a bug girl, y'all. I'm not a bug girl at all. Creepy. Little nasty things that pop out of everywhere all the time because it's the side of a mountain, and you'll see. It's damp, I guess. Maybe the moisture. Different bugs, different locations, different bugs. Okay, I'm not a bug gal. I don't like bugs. Hence, that would take me to the bed bug story. The us having bed bugs was the most mind-blowing, craziest thing I have ever, unfortunately, had to experience. And I've dealt with bed bugs before. So I won't say that doesn't happen. I understand. My grandmother had bed bugs. It was the worst experience of my life as far as bed bugs go. Trying to get rid of those little vile creatures is horrible. Those things don't die, y'all. And I don't care what they tell you, and I don't care for how long they go dormant, because I truly believe that that's what that is. I believe they go dormant. Okay? But them shits don't die. They don't die. They are like roaches. Them things can survive. They will still be here when you are not. So, bed bugs. We got bed bugs, y'all. We got bed bugs because the sister property of INHS, 210 Hancock, which again I have been doing I am doing some tours and walkthroughs of on my group on Facebook, and I will try and share some of those here when I can figure out how to do it. But the bed bugs came from that property. Okay? So also to be mentioned, because again, as I said, they're dormant. Dormant? I don't know how to say the word. Doesn't matter. They, which means that they can just go away. That's the easiest way to say it. Dormant means they can just go away. Bed bugs can be actively up, sucking your blood and destroying your shit. And then they can just, and then they come in and they spray this spray, and the spray that don't kill nothing else, by the way, y'all. They come in and they spray in your home, and they tell you to get out and to wash everything, right? Wash everything, dry everything. There are specific rules to spraying. And again, I hope many of you have not actually had to experience this, but if you have, you're supposed to, it's a whole process to do a treatment to your home for bugs. And so they didn't really, it wasn't that serious for them, of course. They came in, they sprayed the rooms, whatever, blah, blah, blah. They probably even tossed some on our bed. I don't know. It was a mess. It was messy. I ended up getting a mattress. I had to buy a mattress protector for my daughter so she could stop being eaten alive by these bugs. I was offered $20 to wash my laundry. And when I say $20, I do not mean $20 for each treatment that they were coming to do, which was a series of 3. I mean $20 total to wash all of our laundry 3 times after each treatment. I have complained. I have been unheard. I have been annoyed. This was the treatment over there at Cedar Creek all the time. The last story I think I'm going to share with you, because again, I'm freezing and have to go inside, is my SWAT experience, the safety at Cedar Creek. So one of my final straws was my SWAT experience at Cedar Creek. That was it for me. And that was when they realized, yeah, we probably gonna have to actually let her move. I had my second neighbor. My second neighbor was another single lady who, I believe, had some drug issues, but also domestic violence issues. And again, the 2 apartments, apartment, whose apartments are connected in your space. You know what's happening here. You when you're a member of your community in whatever shape or form that looks like, you know what's going on in your community. And so they were definitely, in a house. They were another branch of these 2 apartments for a little while, until they separated themselves, because they did end up having a dispute with the neighbors. I believe it turned a little ugly for a while there. Outside, in public, in front of them babies, in the parking lot, playing, No cares, no F's given, okay? So one day I was in my kitchen and I'm cooking. I had probably had music on. I was cooking on whatever. And I kept hearing this noise. I kept hearing this yelling. And again, sometimes you just ignore it because you already know what it is, So I think I stopped, whatever. But at some point I didn't hear it. So I was like, okay, whatever. Went back to what I was doing. It's time for me to go and get my daughter off the bus. So I need to go out and to the bottom of the hill, to the bottom of the hill. And so I leave my apartment to go to pick up my baby from the bottom of the hill. And I step out my apartment and I am greeted by an officer and his drawn weapon pointed at me. It was probably some type of, rifle, for sure. But again, and it's, oops. Ma'am, can you please come up? Like, sure, but mind you, I had been down there that whole time. So you wasn't worried about where I was. You wasn't worried about what I was doing. You wasn't worried about my safety. You wasn't worried about, is there other people in these apartments? And again, that's the issue. Long story short, I couldn't get back into my apartment after picking up my baby. I had to then sit in my car outside and couldn't do anything and had to wait for SWAT to finish with their process. The INHS then informed the resident. Well, first of all, INHS did not show up. They did not come to Cedar Creek. Not a member of the staff. The maintenance, that's who they sent over there. The maintenance man came to unlock the community room so that residents who were displaced from their home by SWAT's presence would have somewhere to go. Because my niece, my nephew, is disabled and in a wheelchair and was in the upstairs apartment, the apartment over the apartment literally over the man with the gun. Okay, let's think about that. That's how we'll put it. The apartment right over the man with the gun. So wherever he's at in that apartment, I don't know. Whatever way he got that gun pointed, I don't know. But if the walls are thin enough to hear every single sound, I don't think I'm gonna put too much money on how well they gonna hold this bullet. My view. But so I made us think about it, of course, because that's what I do. Hello, what's happening? Why is this? And I actually ended up, I think like the last time I had looked over my emails, I can say I don't even think I got a response about that. Definitely didn't get a response from IPD. They didn't even pay me any mind. They didn't even bother. Okay? And that's normal. It's to be expected. See how I forgot about it? Because it's the norm. It's something that I always just know is going to happen, and you just let it go. Because who wants to fight about everything? Everything. I don't want to fight about everything when things are supposed to just be. It doesn't make sense to me. It is a very defeating feeling to be unheard, to not be advocated for naturally, instinctively. And lately I've been feeling that more and more and more in my interactions with people. Like my interaction, in fact, the other day with the hospital. My interaction since I've had breast cancer, most specifically. Yeah. We'll get there. We'll get there about people and their jobs and the jobs that they're supposed to be doing and the rights and our rights and what we should be doing. But Cedar Creek today was the story because I'm freezing. So, SWAT. So, long story short, not long after that, because I don't remember what month that happened in, they gave me the runaround for a little bit longer. And when they realized that they couldn't put me off anymore, they finally gave me what I asked for, which was Founder's Way. And so I guess hindsight, I can say, thinking about it now, that makes sense, because what I'm learning, the history of the treatment of people is, or specifically for INHS, and again, I'm willing to have the conversation with anyone, everyone. The thing though that I'm finding with them, the pattern, if I will, is that they don't want to rent to people who question or complain. Because they are so inactive as landlords, as a community-based nonprofit organization, because that is who they are, or claim to be. As a community-based nonprofit organization here in Ithaca, they don't care. They don't care. They don't care about you. They don't care about your feelings. They don't care about your apartment. They don't care about fixing it. They don't care. They do care about getting that rent check. I dare even say, do you have a maintenance issue? Great. Stop paying rent. Send an email to them and tell them that you have contacted your services and informed them that, and really do these things, okay? I'm not sure if you can really do these things, but find a way, okay? Cut that check off and you will get results one way or another, because also at the end of the day, they're going to start taking you to court. But here's the thing. Here's the amazing thing, in fact. If we all did it, they can't all get into the courts. They can't take us all to court. They can't evict us all, y'all. That doesn't make sense. It can't make sense. They cannot do it. Speak up. Stand up. Advocate for yourself. Because no one else is going to do it. I'm trying, and no one is listening. No one, everybody's just like, okay, now I got to go outside and walk around and come across people to make them do it. That's not that hard. You have rights. As a human being, no matter what, you have rights. Access them. Use them. Stop being silent. Stop taking it. We are so busy taking it. We take it, y'all. We take it every which way. Choose one way. Choose one way, one area where you're not going to take it no more. How about that? That's the assignment. Choose one way that you are not going to take it anymore. Whether it be housing, whether it be your education, whether it be your health, whether it be your job. Pick a avenue of your life and stop taking it. That's my problem. Because see, I'm trying to take on all the avenues, and that's my problem. And I know that. But that's also the person I am. I am ready, willing, and I hope able. Maybe my mind's working on the ability part. But I am ready and willing and very capable of advocating for myself. I know who I am. And I have forgotten. And so now, here I am, feeling good, feeling great. I feel great, y'all. Okay? I keep trying to not let people take my joy and still allowing them to take my joy. And I'm not going to. Okay? My mind. Oh my God. You know, oh my God. See, now I gotta finish my last little piece, and now I'm thrown off because, ooh, these dogs, y'all. Ooh, these dogs, y'all. Oh my God. Bad. Oh, y'all done. Y'all done for the day. I hope it was worth it. I do. I really, truly hope it was worth it. And I know it was all you damn animals in here. These damn... It's like having extra kids. I have lost my word of the day. I don't know if I can get back on track for it. And I know it was important, so that's going to drive me insane. Standing tall. I am standing tall. I feel good. I feel great. Get out this garbage. I am going to stop allowing others to be in my space, to access my space, and to throw me off from that. Because, you know, y'all, do you ever notice? Do you ever notice how when you are feeling so exceptionally good, okay? You see how I was just feeling so exceptionally good coming in this doorway? I just came inside and told y'all, get out this garbage, that I was going to stand tall and stop allowing for others to take my joy. And I came in that doorway, standing tall and feeling wonderful and doing just that. And here, of course, I come in my damn house, which I've been in and out of, and y'all have seen me be in and out of here. Okay? And the time that I come in on some happy, joyful stuff, and suddenly the dogs have gotten in the garbage. And when I tell y'all in the garbage, I mean, they've got garbage all over my damn apartment. And I wish I could figure out, I don't know how to flip this camera, y'all. But including all over my floor. How? The bag has been up there. The bag has sat up there. The bag has been there since yesterday. How? But not even these dogs or cat are going to steal my joy today. Because it was a good try. But I'm going to still do what I'm supposed to do. I'm going to still do what I have to do. Have a great, amazingly wonderful day.